Motivation in motion. How faith-based leaders build people under pressure. The empty conference room feels different when the meeting ends. The chairs sit quiet. The whiteboard holds half-erased plans. Your laptop stays open, but your mind runs ahead, replaying what you should say, what you should not say, and what might happen if you say it wrong. Pressure loves places like this. It shows up after the room clears, when you finally have space to feel what you have been carrying. You can hear the hum of the building, the tiny click of the air system, and the louder noise in your own head that says, "Handle it. Do not need anyone. Keep it moving." Hebrews 10:24 puts a different kind of weight in your hands. And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds. Hebrews 10:24, New International Version. Not more hustle, not more polish. Consider, spur, love, good deeds. This is not a verse you admire. It is a verse you practice. Consider on purpose in the empty conference room. Let us consider calls for attention, not inspiration. It means you stop treating people like background noise in your schedule. You slow down long enough to see a real person clearly. Then you decide what would help them take one faithful step forward. Leaders can get stuck in reaction mode. Emails stack, meetings multiply, problems land. You become a professional responder. Hebrews 10:24 interrupts that drift by asking you to think ahead like a builder who checks the footing before the wall goes up. Who needs support right now? Who needs clarity? Who needs a firm word spoken with care? Start simple today. Before your next meeting, choose one person who will be in the room. Ask God for one concrete way to strengthen them. Then do it while you are face to face, not later when you forget. Consider like it matters, because it does. Spur, do not perform, the courage to give and receive the nudge. Spur one another on is not soft language. It is the kind of push that helps someone move when comfort and fear try to cement their feet to the floor. It is not control. It is not domination. It is help with purpose. This is where leadership habits get exposed. You might prefer encouragement that stays safe and general, because general words rarely create friction. But Hebrews calls you to intentional words that aims someone toward love and good deeds, meaning you name the good you see, and you invite the next right action. The verse also refuses the myth that you only pour out. Mutual encouragement means you receive too. You need someone who can look you in the eye and say, "You are drifting," or "You are shrinking," or "You are avoiding what you already know you should do," and then stay with you long enough to help you move. If you never let anyone challenge you, your leadership will eventually feel brittle. Let someone carry a corner of the load with you. The hard conversation, leading with love, when you want to avoid it. Picture the moment before you speak. You sit in the empty conference room with one team member across the table. They are talented, but things have slipped. Deliverables arrive late. Details get missed. The team keeps covering, and the tension keeps spreading. You do not want conflict. You want relief. You can feel two strong pulls inside you. One says, "Say nothing and keep the peace." The other says, "Say everything and get it off your chest." Love takes a third path. Love tells the truth without trying to win. Love wants restoration more than release. So you start with what you have observed, not what you assume. You name the strength you have seen in them. You name the gap between what is happening and what the team needs. You ask what has been going on outside of work and inside of work, and you listen for more than the first defensive answer. Then you give the next step a clear shape, one standard, one timeline, one support, one check-in. You are not tearing them down. You are resetting the beams so the structure holds. Lead like a spark, not a spotlight. Life-focused. Relationships that keep you warm, honest, and moving. You can lead a growing business and still go quiet at home. You can solve problems all day and still dodge the one conversation you need to have with your spouse. You can be surrounded by people and still feel unseen because no one gets close enough to know what is real. Hebrews 10:24 presses into that loneliness without shaming you. It invites you back into deliberate connection. Real community is not a vibe. It is repeated choices, reaching out, telling the truth, showing up, and letting people see you when you do not have the right words. Here is a new angle leaders often miss. Sometimes you do not resist community because you dislike people. You resist it because you are tired of being the one who motivates everyone else. You are spent. You have nothing left to give. That is exactly why you need community that moves both directions, where someone else can remind you of what God is doing in you when you cannot see it. Pick one relationship that is thinned out. Send one honest message today. Not, hope you are well. Something real like, I have been carrying a lot and I miss you. Can we talk this week? That is not dramatic. That is human. Business focused. Build a culture where love and good deeds have a calendar. In business, pressure can narrow your vision to numbers, deadlines, and decisions. The danger is not that those things matter. They do. The danger is that they become the only language you speak. When that happens, people start feeling like tools, and culture becomes something you talk about instead of something you build. Hebrews 10:24 gives you a better blueprint. Love and good deeds belong in the daily life of the community, which means they belong in the daily life of your company too. Not as slogans on a wall, as practices that shape how you correct, how you train, how you reward, how you handle mistakes, and how you care for customers when it costs you time. If you want this to become real, put it on the calendar. Make one encouragement moment normal in team meetings, where you name specific actions that helped others succeed. Make feedback direct and early, so you do not let small cracks become structural damage. Create a habit of asking, what would love look like here? Before you make decisions that affect people's lives. You do not build a healthy culture by hoping people care. You build it by choosing what you reinforce. Where life and work meet. Lead like a spark, not a spotlight. Hebrews 10:24 connects your faith to your Tuesday. It teaches that growth often happens through other people's words and presence, not only through private effort. It shows you that love is not an idea you agree with. Love is something you do, and good deeds are the visible evidence that your faith has moved from your head into your hands. Here is a simple way to live this verse in the next 7 days. Choose one person you can strengthen. Send a message that names one specific good you see and one practical next step toward love that fits their world. Keep it short. Keep it concrete. Choose one person who has the courage to challenge you. Ask them, where do you see me holding back from love and good deeds right now? Then take one small step within 24 hours so you do not turn insight into a delay. Choose one relationship touchpoint that protects you from isolation and honor it like you honor your most important meetings. Pressure will show up again. That part stays. But you get to decide what it produces in you and in the people you lead. Now go be the spur someone else needs, and let someone be the spur you need.